Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 4 in the 2016 Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at the Lime Rock Park for the Grand Prix of Lime Rock. 22 laps of action around this just over 1.5 mile road course in Lime Rock, Connecticut. I don't know if that's the actual town it's in or not, but it's in Connecticut. But anyways, this is a really nice road course here. We had the IndyLights race yesterday, and that was a fantastic race. We actually saw some legit passing, and hopefully we'll see that here today. But hey, we'll just see what happens. That's why we race. But anyways, we got 25 cars in the field like always, and it should be a good one here today at the Lime Rock Park. Of course, since this is a road course, we will not have any cautions turned on. However, there will possibly be pit stops in this race. It just depends on what happens here. We might get pit stops. Some guys are probably going to come in, and some guys might stay out all the way. We're just going to have to see what happens. It's going to be interesting. But hey, new track here. Let's see what happens. Anyways, Matt Tuck, as I said, or actually I don't think I said that, but Matt Tuck starts on the pole in the number 27. Alongside him, it's James Richardson in the number 22. Then we have Garrett Pick in the number 11, Christian Master in the 67, Matt Deal in the 20, Davey Johnson in the 33, Matt Dalio in the 14, Noah Clifton in the 17, Josh Marzak in the 15, Tyler Selzman, Nicholas Gretton, Elijah Gordon, Nathan Stapleton, Nicholas Samadio, Hergel Irvin Alonso, Cameron Garlington, Devin Cook, Josh Crash, Ryan Searless, Ryan Madden, Audra Baranowskis, Cameron Gaju, Marty Johnson, Stuart Gratton, and Chris Stodd. That's the full field starting here today at the Lime Rock Park for the Grand Prix of Lime Rock. And these 25 cars will get their engines fired here, and we'll be on our way in this race. Excuse me there. But anyways, Matt Tuck hasn't really had the season he's wanted so far, but he did get this pole. And because he got the pole, he'll get 1 point towards the championship, so that's good for that 2017. We're just going to have to see what he does here today. He might stay out front the whole race, but he might have to come in and pit while others behind him will be able to stay out. But too, as we saw in the IndyLights race yesterday, we saw some passing, so he might not be able to keep the lead in this race. But he is next to last in the points coming into this race. Not too good for the number 27. But anyways, let's get to the race. And they're coming to the line to get this one started. And the green flag is out here for the Grand Prix of Lime Rock. And instantly, Matt Tuck gets the jump on the field. Got James Richardson. Here's a little high. He's going to go off the racetrack. That's exactly what happened to Garrett Sinor in the CSX IndyLights race yesterday. Only this time, Richardson's going to hit the outside wall there. So the 22 overshooting turn number 1. Tough break for him. And pretty sure this is Garrett Pick racing side by side with Christian Master. Had some 3 wide there. Noah Clifton got shuffled out of line. But a very interesting race so far, but it does appear that the number 27 of Matt Tuck is pulling away a little bit. So good for the number 27. It's a tough break from James Richardson, however, as he went off the racetrack there on the start. And because of that, they kind of split the field up a little bit, and Matt Tuck now has a pretty big lead on the rest of the field. Excuse me once again. Sorry. But anyways, Matt Tuck still out front. Garrett Pick battling with tied points leader Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson is sharing the points lead with Elijah Gordon coming into this race. But right now as they run, Davey Johnson would be the points leader exiting Lime Rock Park. Somebody kind of all way off the racetrack there. We got some more 3 wide here. We did have some more 3 wide. Somebody went off the racetrack. I'm not entirely sure. Can't remember who it was, I tell you. But anyways, Matt Tuck looking pretty good right now in this 27. However, we will have pit stops in this race most likely. But that will be a little ways from now. So we're just going to have to see what happens. We'll see if Garrett Pick and Davey Johnson can work together and close in on Matt Tuck here. It was one. Doesn't look like they did that time. They actually are farther from Matt Tuck now. So Matt Tuck has a 2-second lead on the rest of the field. A very good lead there for the number 27. And he can thank James Richardson going off the racetrack there. Josh Crash with damage in the 2. Not entirely sure what happened to him. You can tell there his rear wing is a little messed up. It's a tough break for the 2 there. Richardson is not in last place. He's currently running in, I think, 22nd place. But still, after starting on the front row and falling back that much, it's not a good feeling at all. Anyways, Matt Tuck, he's dominating right now in this 27. And we're not really seeing the frequent passing that we saw, I should say, in the IndyLights race yesterday. So I guess these guys, these cars are just a little bit different. They don't move around as much, I guess. And I guess they're a little more stable, and because of that, they can kind of avoid passing too much. But still, we got some good racing going on. Christian Master trying to get around Davey Johnson. He's going to get a run here for 3rd place. And they do tend to overshoot that corner there. And that is where we're going to see passing. And that'll definitely set up for some passes. And right there, they can overshoot the racetrack a little bit as well. Davey Johnson did that, and Christian Master goes to 3rd. But once somebody gets out front like Matt Tuck has, it is very hard to catch up to him and take the lead back. But Matt Tuck, he's frustrated with what he's got so far this season. He wants to get a win and get that all behind him. Garrett Pick did not close up too much there. He does not have anybody alongside him, so that is helping the 11. But he still has quite a ways to go if he wants to catch up to Matt Tuck for the lead. Masters up to 3rd place. Davey Johnson running 4th. Nathan Stapleton is currently running in 5th place. And it's Tyler Selzman, Matt Delio, Noah Clifton, Cameron Gronington, and tied points leader Elijah Gordon. You have Devin Cook, the 26 of Ryan Searless, Stuart Gratton, Matt Deal side by side. Nicholas Amadio getting a position on Josh Marzak. Marzak falling back in the 15. It's kind of been a story with them this season, but maybe they'll get it figured out here soon. But that 15 has definitely not seemed to do too well this season, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is, and it does not seem to be running as fast as everybody else, unfortunately. And might have a problem there. He's losing a ton of positions, getting stuck on that outside there. Anyways, there's Sergio Larvin Alonso. He's deep in the field right now in the 25. Something might have happened to him, and you got the 2 of Josh Crash with damage in the rear of the field. And there's somebody. That's Nicholas Gratton on the pit road, so I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. But looks like we might have had an incident, and Nicholas Gratton currently on the pit road off the racetrack in the number 16. Anyways, Garrett Pick trying all he can to close up here to Matt Tuck. It's a really hard thing to do, especially when you get spread out like this. He did close in a little bit last time, but he lost a little bit of ground this time. So it's just going to come down to the pit stops if Matt Tuck can keep this lead and get this win here at Lime Rock. Davey Johnson trying to take 3rd back from Christian Master. He might have a good shot at doing it here. He's right on him here. That 67 overshoots this corner a little bit. That might give the opportunity to the 33, but it's not going to happen. Stapleton remains in 5th place. And Noah Clifton, he really went off the racetrack there. Matt Dalio looking to close in on him. Looks pretty orderly right now here at the Lime Rock Park. We've got a double wide battle here between Josh Marzak and Marty Johnson. Marzak seemed to have lost a little bit of speed in his car, but it looks like he's moving his way through the field a little better now. But Marty Johnson has a fast car in the 12. Well, they all have fast cars. All the cars are equal here, so of course they all have fast cars, but Marty Johnson looking to get the advantage on Marzak. We got the 28 here of Ryan Madden. Here, Jill Arvin Alonso and Josh Crash back in here. But anyways, it's Matt Tuck pulling away in the 27. And this guy has the kind of luck Martin Truex Jr. has in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. You know, he can be really good at times, but something always happens to him. And if you saw the Coca-Cola 600 on Sunday night, you saw how Martin Truex Jr. just absolutely dominated that race. That's what Matt Tuck wants to do here. He is slowly pulling away from second place, looking pretty good here for this 27 right now, but still got a pretty long ways to go here in the Lime Rock Grand Prix, so we're just going to have to see what happens. Garrett Pick is going to be pressured here soon by the 67 of Christian Master. Master starting to close in on the 11 for second place. 11's going to get off the racetrack a little bit, and Master might be able to get a run here on the 11. Christian Master, he's also had a pretty dismal season so far. He'd like to change that in that number 67. He finished, I'm pretty sure, last place in the Indy 250, the race he was defending, and has not really found much success since. So he's trying here. Running third, that's a good place to be, but he wants a little better. And he's trying to get around this 11 for second place, and he's right on his bumper. This is going to play into things. Nicholas Gratton back out onto the racetrack. They got whatever problem they had fixed, and this could possibly play into the lead here, because if that 16 can get alongside the 27 somewhere, that might slow the 27 down. The 27 hasn't had anyone this close to him since the start of the race. So we're just going to have to see how Nicholas Gratton and Matt Tuck deal here. Of course, Nicholas Gratton probably has new tires on his car, so he might be going a little faster here than Matt Tuck right now. We're just going to have to see. Master came close to getting around Garrett Pick. He could not get to him. He remains in third place. It's still Davey Johnson and Nathan Stapleton, the top 5. Noah Clifton, Matt Dalio, Tyler Selzman, Cameron Darlington, Elijah Gordon, still the top 10. No change in the top 10. And we are now, well, we will be halfway through the race when we cross the line next time. So Matt Tuck hoping that 16 stays behind him. He likes that lap car in between him and second place, but he does not want that 16 to get alongside him, because if that happens, that's going to slow Matt Tuck down. But Matt Tuck seems to be getting through all the corners very well, and because of that, he's able to keep that 27 out front. But anyways, 16 might be getting a run here. He's coming close to getting to this 27. Just going to have to see what he can do. Looks like the 16 went off a little bit there, and that's going to allow Matt Tuck to pull away a little bit. Anyways, we're going to be halfway through the Lime Rock Grand Prix right here, and it's Matt Tuck who has led every single lap so far, but this thing is far from over, especially when we get pit stops. If we get pit stops, we should get pit stops. But when and if we get pit stops, that's definitely going to change things up. And when I tested here, I tested with a 20-lap race. I had some guys that were able to make it the whole way, but some guys came in. So we might possibly see that same thing happen here today. We're just going to have to see. Nicholas Gratton is coming really close to getting to this 27. He got the 27 to jump the curb a little bit there, and that 16 might be able to get a run. 16's not making it easy for Matt Tuck, let's put it that way. See, how many laps is he down? He's on lap 8 of 22, while Matt Tuck is on lap 12 of 22, so 4 laps down. And it looks like Audra Baranowskis came in for a stop, so she's going to be right in front of our leader, Matt Tuck, and Nicholas Gratton. Oh boy, he came close to getting a run there. Looks like Christian Master has come into the pit road, and a flurry of race cars coming in. Especially guys in the back, so the pit stop cycle is beginning, and it might give the advantage to some of these guys up here. They're going to have fresher tires, and they might be able to go a little bit faster than our leader. Of course, Matt Tuck, he's probably going to come in this time. Audra Baranowskis right in front of him. She was the first guy, or first gal to come in. I don't know. Looks like Matt Tuck's going to come in this time. So is Garrett Pick, Davey Johnson, Matt Dalio. We got a side-by-side battle here. Whoa! Oh, and Noah Clifton's going to miss the pit road. That is big for the 17. He's going to lose a lot of positions because of that. Noah Clifton's going to inherit the lead, but he missed the pit road. Oh, man, he's going to lose a lot of time on that one. Everybody else came in. There's Christian Master in the 67 looking to give the advantage here on Matt Tuck. We're just going to have to see if he can get around Matt Tuck here. He did come in a lap earlier than Tuck did, so he has fresher tires here. Probably going a little faster. We're just going to have to see. Does not look like it's going to happen at all. Master will get around Garrett Pick for second, and so will Nathan Stapleton. However, I think the gap is a little closer than it was before the cycle of pit stops happened. So Master did close in on Matt Tuck. You can see them both in the same frame there. And Matt Tuck, he has not won this race quite yet. We still have a little ways to go here in this race before it's over. But Matt Tuck looking okay right now, but Master did get a good pit stop there, and he's moved his way up to second place. Of course, the leader right now is actually Noah Clifton because he missed his pit stall there and was able to stay, and had to stay out, I should say. It looks like Marty Johnson's in, and it looks like he might have had some contact, so tough break for Marty Johnson. Anyways, how about Nathan Stapleton for second on Christian Master? Stapleton's going to take it. Oh, boy, and these guys are closer. I think they're closing in on Matt Tuck here. We're just going to have to see. These guys are going side by side, though, and that's not good if they want to catch up to Matt Tuck because these guys are going to go side by side like this. It's going to slow them down a little bit. Stapleton is going to take second from Christian Master. And 98's a pretty good number to have, by the way, because the 98 won the Indianapolis 500 with Alexander Rossi driving it in the Napa car. Yes, that's pretty cool right there. Of course, I'm a Napa fan. I gotta like that. I gotta love it. I love that Indy 500. That was a great race. Hope you guys watched it and enjoyed that because it was fantastic. Anyways, Matt Tuck now back out front in the 27 as Noah Clifton has completed his stop. We'll see if he can keep the 98 behind him. The gap is a little smaller than it was before the cycle of pit stops started. However, I do believe Matt Tuck's going to be able to keep this 27 out front. But Nathan Stapleton does not have anybody alongside him, and it looks like Tuck might have overshot that corner a little bit. That's going to allow the 98 to close in. I think this 98 has a really good race car. And like I said, the 98's a good number to have. We'll see if Nathan Stapleton can pull off the upset victory here. But Matt Tuck, you know he's fast. You know he's going to be strong here. But the gap definitely shrunk that time. So Matt Tuck leads Nathan Stapleton by only 1.09 seconds. Nathan Stapleton gained almost a half a second that lap on Matt Tuck. That is a very, very good improvement for Nathan Stapleton. However, we only have 6 laps to go in this race. Oh, Stapleton kind of overshot that corner there. He's going to lose a little bit of ground here, the Matt Tuck, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. Nathan Stapleton would have to race an essentially flawless race if he wants to get by this 27. The 27 is making a couple of mistakes here and there throughout the racetrack, but I just don't think it's going to be enough for Nathan Stapleton to close in and take the victory. But still, we got a long ways to go in this race. Stapleton is trying. I can tell he's trying. Of course he's trying. He wants to get the win. See if the gap closed in any. It did. Stapleton is faster than Matt Tuck. It's now only 9/10 of a second. Stapleton looking really fast in the number 98. Will Matt Tuck lose the race after having a dominating performance? He's off the racetrack quite a bit there. And Stapleton's going to close in even more. Nathan Stapleton in the 98 with a very good race car. Matt Tuck has been the dominant driver in this race, but he is slowly losing the lead here to Nathan Stapleton. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be good. Matt Tuck, I think he knows that 98's behind him, and he's driving just a little more aggressively. That 98 seems to get a really good push off the final corner there. And this time, the difference between Matt Tuck and Nathan Stapleton, only half a second. It was over 1.5 seconds a couple laps ago. Stapleton has cut a second, I should say, into the lead of Matt Tuck. And Tuck, he knows that 98's behind him. However, 98 kind of went off the racetrack a little bit there. And Tuck did go through that corner pretty well. We'll see if this 27 can stay out front. Oh, Stapleton got a good run there. Stapleton still has a shot. It's 3 laps to go when we cross the line next time. And I think this 98 has a really big shot at winning this race. Matt Tuck's going to stay out front. The 98's still in second. I think Stapleton's going to lose a little bit of ground here than Matt Tuck for this one. Yeah, he did lose quite a bit of ground there. But still, 3 laps to go, and that 27 could make another mistake here. We're just going to have to see what happens. Christian Master is in 3rd place. Davey Johnson and Garrett Pick 3rd and 4th. Oh boy, I don't think Stapleton's going to have enough time to get to Matt Tuck here. Stapleton seems to be racing the track a little better than Matt Tuck, but it's just not enough of a difference to close in. But Matt Tuck, he's just been totally dominant in this race so far. And we'll see what happens. It does appear that Tuck's going to start to pull away here a little bit. I think he might have opened the gap up again. Yeah, he did. So it's 2 laps to go for Matt Tuck in the number 27. Trying to grab his second career Napa fan win. He won at Auto Club in the NRLOA Electric Pro Series season number 3 not too long ago. And looking to get some points here. Did not start off too well in the season. But he's looking to get 50 points towards the championship. And he also started on the pole for this race. So it'll be 51 more points towards his total here in the Haas IndyCar Series. If he can get the win, of course. Stapleton still has a shot, but I just think he's too far back to get to him. So we didn't really see the frequent passing like we saw in the IndyLights race yesterday, but you know, that's okay. It's okay to have a boring race every once in a while. It's the white flag here in the Grand Prix of Lime Rock for Matt Tuck. Stapleton did close in that lap, but as long as Tuck races a nice clean lap, he will win this race. But Stapleton's going to try really hard to get to him here. He is slightly closing in here, but don't worry. I think Matt Tuck's going to get it. Tuck off the racetrack just a little bit. Stapleton's going to get another run here, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough for Nathan Stapleton to get to the 27. Oh, boy, or is it? Matt Tuck overshot the curb there a little bit, but Stapleton's not going to be able to close in. Will Tuck go off here? No, he won't. Stapleton's going to close in a lot on the final lap of this race, but it will be the number 27 of Matt Tuck who gets the victory in the Grand Prix of Lime Rock. Even though he dominated, he had to earn it in that number 27, because if there was another lap in this race, that 98 would have won. But Matt Tuck gets the victory in the Grand Prix of Lime Rock, 51 points towards the championship because he started on the pole, of course. And dominating performance by the number 27. Now, if Richardson did not go off the racetrack and kind of split that field up there, it might not have been Matt Tuck who would have gotten the win. But because Richardson had that problem there early on, Matt Tuck was able to pull away and get the victory here at the Lime Rock Park. Anyways, there the official standing is right there. Matt Tuck, Nathan Stapleton, Christian Master, Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson will most likely be the points leader at the end of this race. He's been looking really strong this season in that number 33. Garrett Pick, Elijah Gordon, Devin Cook, Matt Dalio, Ryan Searless, and Tyler Selsman, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And it's Matt Tuck going to victory lane here at the Lime Rock Park. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Matt Tuck on his second career Napa fan victory. And here are the points for the Haas IndyCar Series. So thank you guys very much for watching once again. And I will see you guys later.